I want to talk a little bit about discrimination. I think it's a very important consideration. Discrimination is a vital quality. I'm a big fan of discrimination. What is discrimination? I would say briefly that discrimination is the ability to tell shit from shinola. Discrimination got a bad name because of racial discrimination. Let us all agree that racial discrimination is a bad thing. Racial discrimination is making a judgment about a person based solely on the color of their skin. You can see why, historically, it came about, and also why, historically, we humans stopped doing it, or at least tried to stop doing it. We still do it instinctively, to a certain extent. Racial discrimination is an intolerable activity. It's vile, and really it's beneath us. We are better than that, or we ought to be. It's bad because we're making distinctions and decisions based on superficial considerations, which is never a good policy. Deeper study is required, or an unsatisfactory outcome will almost always be the result. But we have to be clear about this. The fault lies not with discrimination itself, but in how it is applied, in this case poorly, quickly, by using as a means of selection the color of someone's skin. There is nothing wrong in its essence with the process of discrimination. On the contrary, it's a highly desirable ability if it's used properly. Perception is our awareness of the world. Discrimination is our evaluation of all that we experience. It's the way we separate the wheat from the chaff. Discrimination is like a compass. We use it to sort our way through the jumble that is the world. I admire people who can discriminate. I try to gravitate toward them. They don't waste time or other valuable resources on foolishness. Ernest Hemingway said it was very important for a writer to have a built-in shit detector. He was talking about the ability to discriminate. We're not supposed to do it. At the very least, we're not encouraged to do it. We're supposed to be supportive. We're supposed to be tolerant, non-judgmental. And we're supposed to take other people's words for what we think is true. We are constantly bombarded by this, advertising, political opinion, the so-called news, and that's all hogwash, swill. It takes a certain vigilance to tune it out. Just because a person discriminates, that doesn't mean they don't believe or can't believe in equality. Equality means the equality of opportunity. It's all about the starting point and the fairness of the competition. It's not about the eventuality, the outcome. Equality means that everyone had a chance to do something. What you do with that chance, the opportunity you seize, that's where discrimination comes in. Discrimination is about competition. Some things are better than others, and you don't have to pretend they're not. Much of our culture is deeply involved in exalting crap, in shining up turds, putting lipstick on pigs, and in saying that this is pure gold. This is beautiful. This is worth your time, your attention, your money. If you can discriminate, if you have a built-in shit detector, you know that isn't true. You are able to appreciate true quality, value, however it may be manifested. You don't waste your time, which is the most precious thing you have, with any of the junk that is so prevalent in our lives. That puts you at odds with our society. Politicians, notoriously, do not discriminate. It's one more reason not to trust them. People who do discriminate are often reviled. They're called elitist and much worse. They are certainly not popular. The very notion of popular is the opposite of discrimination, and those who discriminate are doomed to be, at the very least, unpopular. I say, when it comes down to it, be brave. Make up your own mind. And when you are branded an outsider, consider it a badge of distinction.